Hey, Bayek, it's me, and in today's video, I'm looking at this. This is Bone Tomahawk from 2015. Wow, this film just has knocked my socks off. It's absolutely wonderful. It really is. And all the talk that people I heard about it, they're all spot on. They're all right. This is just great. So, it's a Western, but it's very much with a horror vibe feel, if you want to, because the endings, particularly, well, it all kicks off, as they say, at the end. It does, yes, at the end of the film. And in between time, it's got the atmosphere as well. It's such a great film. Now, it's 132 minutes long. I know some people think it's over long. It's not over long. It's wonderful. Yeah, I couldn't get enough of it. Now, it's 91% on Rotten Tomatoes. The critics, most of them seem to like it. Yes, and the more the years have moved on, it's increased, I think. People really love this. It stands out. It's something that actually stands out. It really does. Now, it's written and directed by S. Craig Zahler. And this was his first real directing job. He was an author before. He'd written westerns and that, but this, yes, he did the screenplay for it, decided what direction the Western would be. He obviously had an interest in horror as well, and there we are. It all comes together beautifully. Since he's directed this Bone Tomahawk, he's directed Brawl in Cell Block 99, 2017, and also Dragged Across Concrete, 2018, which I know has Mel Gibson in as well. He's building up, I think, a reputation, definitely, in terms of direction and writing. And also, I think he's a musician as well. He did the soundtracks. Yeah, he's obviously a very talented man. Now, this was, obviously, it's a low-budget film in terms of it's an independent one and getting it all together. They did 21 days filming, and it was all done at the Paramount Ranch, which has been used for so many westerns. It's all there, and that's at Agoura in California. I've never heard of that, but I'm sure all Western fans are very familiar with all this. But yeah, it's just perfect for this kind of film. And of course, when you're on a budget, it's all there, it's all set up, it's great. This is one of the great strengths of this film, is that they have got this the locations, and with that they've managed, I don't know how they've done it, but they got a great cast, an absolutely wonderful cast. I think the actors read the script and were so impressed that they were on board. Yeah. So the cast is headed by Kurt Russell, who plays Sheriff Franklin Hunt. Now, what a career Kurt Russell had. I was looking at him, and he goes back as a child actor, right back to 1963. But of course, his films that we really love him for, it just well, for me, anyhow, personally, Escape from New York, 1981. And of course, The Thing, yeah, I think is just such an outstanding film. I think a lot of people do, from 1982. And also, Big Trouble in Little China, 1986. Now, some people are not quite as keen on this. I think it's good. I quite enjoy it. I think it's got. Maybe they think it's a bit weird or whatever. It isn't weird. It's just good. It really is. I really loved it. Then Tango and Cash. Blooming heck. Tango and Cash, 1989. That is such a great. Oh, that's another great film. Tombstone, of course, back to the westerns, and that is considered one of the great modern westerns from 1993. And also, there's a brilliant thriller called Breakdown, 1997, which he's in. And he was in 2 Tarantino films. He was in The Hateful Eight, 2015, the same time, same year as this film was released. So 2 westerns, yeah. And then he was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Tarantino's last film, 2019. Yes, there is, I think, another Tarantino film to be made, which I don't know when it's coming out, but that's what he said. There is another one to come, but that was the very last one that he made. It was in 2019. So he just adds a lot to this cast. Seeing him in the cast must have immediately made the other actors want to jump on board. And then I think I'm really impressed with this. Patrick Wilson. He plays Arthur Dwyer. Oh yeah. What an actor he is. I think it's because he's in some of my favourite films, but he was started in a musical, which was Phantom of the Opera 2004, which was a massive hit. A musical, that. Hard Candy, very underrated film from 2005. Very disturbing as well. I think the subject matter makes it very disturbing. Insidious, of course, 2010. And he was also in Prometheus, 2012, which is brilliant, part of the excellent Alien series of films and connections. I love them all. Anyhow, I better not go into that. And of course, he was in The Conjuring, 2013. Great, isn't it? Then, of course, Insidious Chapter 2, 2013. Conjuring 2, 2016. Annabelle Comes Home, 2019. Oh, all these films. Fantastic. And then The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, 2021. Insidious, The Red Door, 2022, in which he directed that film as well. And of course, he's in The Nun 2, 2023. Wow, he's just such a good actor. He really is. And in this, I think it's wow. He nearly steals the film. He does. But the whole cast just works well. He's just so good in this. The part he plays and what he has to do, the way he does it is just amazing. And then we've got Matthew Fox playing John Bruder. I like that name, Bruder. Yeah. Matthew Fox, I just know him from Lost. He was the Doctor in Lost. Obviously in 2004 and 2010. He played the Doctor and he was fantastic in the role, because Lost is a classic. It is. It's a classic TV series. Now, it was in World War Z 2013. I've said it's Z, but I'd be saying it. Z, it's not Z. What do you mean Z? Z. World War Z, lad. Yeah. And then a film called Extinction in 2015, and just other bits and pieces, and I think he's been in TV again, but there he is. I think he disappeared for a bit. He may have, and then he's popped up. Anyhow, that's him, Matthew Fox. Then we've got Richard Jenkins playing Deputy Chicory, not Chicory Tip or what have you, the 70s joke there. Now, he was in quite a few interesting films. Silverado, which is a sort of comic, well, sort of bit of a Western. It is a Western, 1985. I say that because I know John Cleese is in it. Yes. We've got Anna and her sisters, which of course is absolutely a Woody Allen classic. He's in that. We've got Sea of Love, 1989. Do you remember Sea of Love? Excellent film. Blue Steel, say no more, 1990. Let Me In, 2010. Now, I know I love this. Everybody will say, well, the remake is better. Well, it may be, but I still like this because it's Hammer. It's the new resurrected Hammer. That's why I love it. Cabin in the Woods, 2012, which is a very enjoyable film as well. And The Shape of Water, 2017. Wow. I mean, these are just a few films. Getting the quality of these actors, fantastic. Then we've got Lil Simmons playing Samantha O'Dwyer. She was in a very interesting film. I like the sound of it. Sound of Violence, 2021, which is a Finnish American slasher. And it sounds really interesting, I'll tell you. And then we've got Double Down South in 2022. Those two films stand out, but she's in sort of a lot of TV sort of series and things like that. You know the thing. And then another name that just everybody goes, oh, what, really? Yeah, David Arquette plays Purvis. David Arquette, you're saying, yes, it is, it's him. Scream, do it. Scream 1996, Scream 2, 1997, Scream 3, 2000, Scream 4, 2011, and then the resurrected Scream revamps of 2020, Scream 2022. 2022, yeah. Wow. There he is. He's in this film. He was just a legend in Scream. So sad when they got rid of him. It was. In the last one, yeah. And then, topping it all, it's not a very big role, but she's in it. And that is Sean Young. She plays Mrs. Porter. I'm saying, Sean Young? Yes, Sean Young. Now, she happens to be in two of my all-time favourite films. I think you might know them if you know me. Blade Runner, 1982. Wow, what a film that is. It's an experience. It's fantastic. It's one of the greatest films. And then Dune, which is, it's my controversial film that I absolutely adore, which a lot of other people don't. Dune 1984 is an amazing film. It's just spot on for me. I do love the remake, but she's in that. And, she's in two of those films and she's great in them. And then sort of more work that she's done. A film, I love the title. She's in Jugface, 2013. What a title for a film. And then another film, Darling, 2015, sort of horror related. Fantastic. What can I say? And then, talking of horror, we've got Sid Haig playing Buddy. Not just horror, he did sci-fi stuff as well. But he is an absolute legend, is Sid Haig. And you're saying, what was he in? Well, he was in, Black Mama, White Mama, 1973, Pam Grier. There we are. He was in that. Also, there we are again with the Foxy Brown, 1974. He was in that. Wow, he's in those. And then, of course, Tarantino, loved him in those films. And he made an appearance in Jackie Brown, 1997. I thought it was a wonderful touch to put him in that. Absolutely. But I think he's known as well for House of a Thousand Corpses, 2003. The Devil Rejects, 2005. The Halloween 2007 version, Rob Zombie, yes, is in that first one. And another one related, 2019, Three from Hell. Yeah, Rob Zombie connections. So those are the quality of the actors. Undoubtedly, just amazing set of actors, really. Hey, what's it all about? Well, it's set at the turn of this century, so early 1900s, we think round about there. And it's about a small town sheriff, played wonderfully by Kurt Russell, who leads a posse of four because they've been attacked. And they have taken the attackers, three people, as, just been abducted, right? And they find out that it's in a very sort of desolate area, and those that just happen to have abducted them are a cannibalistic tribe, yes, which is not very welcoming, is it? You're not going to go after her and say, hey, oh, yeah, have you had your lunch? Yeah, no. Yes. So they go off, and we see their journey, and then it all builds up into the final sort of confrontations. Now, the criticism has been, I think, that it's a slow burn, as they would say, and it's very slow. But it's not. It just sails by for me, because I'm just loving that you get the character development. I mean, these are great actors, and they bring out so much in this film, and it's stunning to look at. This is absolutely stunning film. It really is. And as I say, the script, the language, everything, the dialogue, it is spot on. It really is. I mean, this is the first time director. It's just absolutely amazing. It just is. And the script, what can you say? It's flawless. No wonder these actors absolutely relish this. It's such a good film. It really is. And I just have to, Paul, the performances are all really good. But I just got to mention Patrick Wilson. I think Patrick Wilson, he's just sensational in what he has to do in this role, because he gets his wife is one of the people that have been abducted, and he wants to go, obviously, and get her back. And he's got a problem. He's got a very bad broken leg, which is very well. As we see, as it all progresses, it doesn't get any better for him, and he's struggling. But he's determined that he is going to get there and rescue his wife. And despite all the setbacks, he's determined, and it's just such a wonderful performance. You're really with him. Wow. And I say Kurt Russell as well. He's just everybody's spot on. Absolutely. This whole film, I just sat there watching this and thought, I've not seen a Western like this before. And I thought, wow, this is just so good. Whatever would John Wayne say, I wonder? Wow, this is amazing film. It stands out. You kind of want more of these kind of films with this atmosphere, with this. You see, I always think what you could do with Native Americans and a lot of the early settlers in the West, you could build up, certainly even a religious aspect, to develop a whole folk kind of horror western, which would be interesting. Come on, somebody please who's got more talent than I have, write something like that, because you could do all sorts with it as well. You could mix these sort of pagan aspects maybe as well with the sort of Christian evangelical stuff, and then all the conflicts and good and evil, and you could do all sorts. You really could. Because it's an interesting period in history, as the expanding, from the cities out there into the west. It's an amazing piece of history that's going on, and of course, when you've got such expansion, the rules don't apply that would apply in cities and other areas, and this is what happens. And of course, you've got the Native American Indians who are fighting for their existence as they see it, because they're being threatened, moved around everywhere, and there's all that going on. There's just an amazing amount going on, and it's open for more horror. I think so. You could do a lot. You could really. And one more thing that I should say is all these special effects in this film are all practical. There is no CGI, and they are wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Wow. There's so much in the talk about here, but hey, you know what it is. So, that's it. Before I go, I'll just show you. There it is. Look, wonderful. Just to wait on this, the extras are fantastic on here as well. There's questions and answer sessions. There's a mini feature with everybody. This is really good, and it looks good. I mean, the quality of the transfer, everything is absolutely amazing. Wonderful. And that's it. I better go. I've been going on too long. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you have looking playlists, you can see what else I do. Look at other reviews and other things. And hopefully you might like it. And if you've got any comments, please put some comments down and give this a like, because it gets it out onto YouTube and algorithms. Hopefully, or other people might enjoy it. Or perhaps they won't. I don't know. But it all costs note. So you can't say fairer than that, can you? Buy it, you can't. So all I gotta say is, I'll see thee again.